Hello everyone and welcome to Be My Guest. And today I have two, spectacular daughters on the show. And I'll let you introduce yourselves.
My name is Alanna. I'm 20 years old and this is my sister Kelly.
Hi Kelly and Alánna. And you're both Kelly and Alanna Noone.
Yes, that's correct.
Where are you from, girls?
We're from Castletroy in Limerick.
Castletroy in Limerick. And the reason you're on here with me today, tell me all about your lovely mother.
Of course, the main reason is to talk about the GoFundMe page, how it can be found, and I suppose just to let you know the struggles Mom is having and why it is a life-saving surgery, and I suppose most importantly, what will happen if we don't get the surgery for Mom.
Okay, well, maybe if you started at the beginning, it doesn't matter which one of you wants to tell me. How did your mother start complaining initially? She has several problems, hasn't she?
And it's been a long road. At the age of 21, Mom was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So we grew up watching our mom with battling this illness our whole lives. And it's normal for us to see, our mom in pain. And we have grown up to compare ourselves a lot to our friends and our peers. There's things we haven't been able to do because of Mom's illness. And, we're okay with that. It's not her fault. We've accepted that and we've overcome it. And if anything, watching our mom struggle with this has made us better people for it, because we know that what you see when you go outside, you might see someone, but you don't know what's going on at home.
No.
And it can make, like Kelly said, it can make a liar of you. People don't see how painful it can be and how crippling it can leave a person. Because of the rheumatoid arthritis, Mom...
It's very debilitating, rheumatoid arthritis.
Really?
Yeah. And was your mom taking the gold injections? Was she?
They didn't work at all.
They didn't work.
No. And because of all the medications, Mom was on what's called methotrexate. She also had leukemia, so that kind of went against each other as well. So obviously because of the rheumatoid and all of the medications, but also the progression of the disease is what has led us to having this atlantoaxial subluxation now.
What's it called?
Atlantoaxial subluxation.
And could you explain that maybe to listeners who will be... Of
course. Atlantoaxial subluxation, what it means is the C1 and the C2 of the spine are dislocating. And the C1 and the C2 are the most crucial to keep the body posture and to keep the head attached to the body. What's happening is the C1 and the C2 are dislocating. And a lot of people don't know, but your body is supposed to be what's called neutral normal. And Mom's spine right now is at 10 millimeters. So she is 10 millimeters detached from her spine. And normal people, Kelly and myself, would be at 0, like everyone else listening. When the spine reaches 14 millimeters, that is when
it's critical.
Death occurs. And after meeting with Mr. Ashley Poynton the other day, he did put it into perspective for Mom, and he said, one wrong cough, one wrong sneeze, one wrong twist, that's what will kill you. So at the moment, Mom is completely bedbound. She's not driving anymore. If we need anything, I've just passed my driving test at the start of the year, so I'm able to look after that. So that's great because it takes that stress and pressure off of Mom as well.
So Kelly, basically all your lives, you've been growing up more or less carers as well.
Exactly. Mom, as we said, was diagnosed at 21. I was born, it became quite bad again. And
One
yeah.
second, and I just now. Sorry, carry on again. I can cut that out.
Mum was diagnosed, as we said, at 21. It's come and go, but after I was born, it became quite bad again. So we've always seen her in pain, and as Mom says, any day that starts off without pain is a good day. So we've learned how to adapt our lives around her pain.
Yeah.
She's also learned how to adapt her pain around our lives. So
explain that to me, hon. Explain what you mean by she's learned to adapt her pain around your lives. I know, as my own mother had chronic pain all her life with a hip that was dislocated. I never knew I didn't notice that in her. My friends noticed she limped. I didn't, because I knew her too well. And she spent quite a lot of her time in and out of hospital, and I was sent back and forth to England on my own on planes. So I understand what you're saying, and I understand what you mean about she adjusting her pain to your lives. But could you explain it for people who don't understand how you can actually adjust pain to suit your children's lives, to fit in with your children's lives?
Of course. So Mom used to get up early in the morning, and she'd dress us. She'd get us ready for school. She'd go off to work for a few hours, but around the afternoon she would have to come home, and she'd have to go for a little snooze, a little nap, so that she'd be able to get ready and pick us up from school and come home and make the dinner for us. So there's a lot that people don't see. There's a lot of, I suppose, insomnia and also tiredness that people don't see when they see her out and about.
And irritability.
Exactly.
Yeah, and she's trying to keep up a brave face for you.
Yeah.
So what was the feeling like when you were actually told how critical it was? How did she feel, and how did you feel? Because, you know, I mean, she'd be thinking of you would have been her priority, whereas she's your priority. It's symbiotic.
When Mum came home after meeting the orthopedic neurosurgeon, Mr. Poynton, she told us we needed to sit down. We had a family meeting that night, and, you know, she explained to us, and she kept a brave face. And because she did, we did too. And I think we're all in the same boat. If we start crying, we won't stop. And, you know, the other night, Mom sat us down again, and she spoke to us about the provisions she has in place for us in case she doesn't get the surgery. And I suppose as 19 and 20-year-olds, it's not something you want your parent to talk to you about, you know.
Too much reality.
Yeah. And, you know, it's a hard thing to be told. And so far, Mom hasn't even cried yet. I don't know how she hasn't. You know, we have. But she's so brave. And I think right now, because it's so vital that she gets the surgery, she said it herself, the fright is gone for her.
Now it's just the determination to move forward.
Yeah.
And get this. Yeah, she's on a she and you both are on a mission. So you're focused, and that's keeping the focus. I understand. So, but they gave her hope, and that's the main thing. This surgery is life-saving.
Absolutely.
Quality of life. What would it mean for her physically to have surgery? Beyond life, physically, how will it help her arthritis? Will it help her her ability to walk?
Of course. There's a lot that's going to change for Mom. Driving being one of them. But we were also told, you know, Mom has gone past the stage, you know, being 10 millimeters. the next cough or sneeze, if it's not death, if it's not going to be death, it will be quadriplegia, which is, if anything, nearly just as bad. There'll be things mom won't be able to do. You know, her motion in her neck is very limited, hence why she can't do the driving anymore, because she'd be a risk to herself and others.
God, yeah.
You know, cleaning, cooking, all that is gone. Myself and Kelly, you know, we have to do that. We want to do that, because if we don't do that, mom will have to do that, and we're not allowing that to happen at all. You know, myself and Kelly have become so creative in the kitchen the last couple of weeks. You know, it's not just toast and Nutella anymore. You know,
no toast and Nutella.
so, you know, just small tweaks around the house, but it does us some justice too. You know, it teaches us to become more independent, which is great. You know, I think everyone needs to be able to do that for themselves too. You know, the days of mom helping us is really gone, but emotionally she will always, you know, do that. But physically, we have to do that for us right now. We have to be the one to look at after.
And
her.
are you the only two in the family?
We're actually not. We have an older brother. He's 24.
Useless.
He's useless, exactly. He's doing a course at the moment, so he's got to study for that. So myself and Kelly said we'd take over the complete campaign. So, you know, he is helping us to, you know, texting his own friends about it and getting more awareness too. But I suppose Kelly and myself were the ones who were like, look, we'll do this. We'll take the worry and the stress off of mom. We have even taken mom's phone off of her. She is not allowed to look at the GoFundMe page. We don't want her to know how much we have. We don't want, like, even our friends, anyone who knows us out there, if you've been trying to reach mom, you've been talking to me, because like I said, mom is just up in bed, you know, she's on very high pain medication.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So
and she's a young woman, because by the time this is actually recorded, people will have seen that at the start of the show I'll have your mom's picture. So yeah, she's a young woman.
She's only 49.
Do you know?
Very young, and she is 19 at heart. My mom she's my best friend. You know, we get on so well. There's absolutely nothing my mom doesn't know about me, and I'm pretty sure I'd be the same with her. You know,
That's the way it should be.
Exactly.
That
like
really is.
You know, mom will say, look girls, can you do this? Can you do that? Of course we will. You know, because we want to help her. By not helping her, we'll only hurt her. So obviously, as much help we can get around this house with us, you know, is helping her every single bit, you know.
Will it improve her ability to walk, this surgery, or will she be confined to a chair?
Oh no, she will be able to walk.
That's good.
Which is brilliant. It's just
fantastic.
Neck, you know, especially with the C1, the C2 at the very top, that means her motion will be very limited. And it will always be like that, but that's fine.
That's fine.
But she's also have to have surgery on her C4, 5 and 6. You know, that will limit some motion, but from the waist down she'll be completely fine. It's just the neck motions.
And who is going to do this surgery here in Ireland? Here
in Ireland we have Mr. Ashley Poynton. He's actually from Castletroy too. He's based in the Dublin Mater Hospital, so that's where the surgery is going to take place.
Okay. And did they give you an estimate of when this surgery had to be done by?
Ashley said that he would do the surgery for mom in the morning, but what's holding us back is the funds. So
isn't this, you know, I'm sorry, but this is, I was saying it to a friend of mine earlier on the phone. I just find this simply shocking that people who need vital surgery have to depend on going out and setting up GoFundMe pages. It shouldn't happen. Your mother's treatment should automatically be done free of charge, because it's a life-saving surgery. It's not something, it's not cosmetic. No. It's not something that you well, if you don't get it done today, sure, I'll get it done in 10 years' time. And you decide to GoFundMe. This is life-saving. This is the difference between life and death. And it should automatically be done for somebody. How difficult is it with COVID-19 and hearing that all these places, all these surgeries are being stopped at the moment? Would that affect your mother's case, or is it a case that it's just the money that's stopping it?
At the
The
moment,
lack of funds.
just the money that's stopping us right now. Hence why we have the 4 to 5 weeks. That doesn't mean mom has 4 to 5 weeks until she dies. We have 4 to 5 weeks to raise the funds.
To raise the funds.
And between today and between 5 weeks' time, the wrong cough, the wrong sneeze, that's what could take mom.
She's living on a knife edge.
Exactly, yeah. And with COVID, it's been so hard. A lot of people don't know with rheumatoid, it's an autoimmune disease, which means your body is attacking itself. So obviously with the COVID, myself and my sister and my brother, we've been at home. We can't go out and meet our friends. I know it's social distancing, but some people don't adhere to that. So we have to make sure mom is safe. And
she's your priority as well, you know. I'm sure I can actually understand that when somebody is that sick, you don't even really want to meet your friends.
No.
All you want, all you're clinging to is getting your mother better.
And you'd nearly feel guilty for going out of the house.
You do. You absolutely do.
Yeah. You know, if mom fell or if something happened, you know, we need to be there for her.
And you shouldn't, but you do. It's a human thing. You just don't want. You practically want to wrap them up in cotton wool.
Exactly. Mom would need to be wrapped in bubble wrap at this stage. But especially with the GoFundMe is absolutely brilliant. You know, we've raised a lot of money in such a short period of time, and we are so humbled. And thank you so much for everyone.
How much have you raised so far? How much have you to raise?
We have to raise, the target is 170,000.
Just simply, I find that it's funny money to save somebody's life, that they can put a price on somebody. I know surgeons have to be paid and all that, but the governments should be free to when somebody's life is in danger.
Oh, completely.
So
170,000. And I think we have the campaign going a week now, maybe just under a week. We have 17,000 raised, which is
very good in a week.
It's amazing.
So you should be on target, but your hope, what are you hoping for? When are you hoping that well, I suppose you'd hope that somebody would come along tonight and just put in the 170,000 in there into your funds. Someone like Bill Gates or that that will actually just put in, or just some kind person. But the reality is it's probably going to be small donations.
Of course.
Which is fantastic as well for you.
Myself and Kelly started this hashtag Fiver Friday. We have posted like all over our social media. It's just another way to encourage our friends. Like, we know we don't expect our friends to give big donations, but you know, I think a fiver, I think that is very manageable for anybody.
For anyone in America now that's looking, a fiver is €5. Fiver, that's our Irishisms. Yeah. A fiver is €5, $5, £5, yeah. 50, 500, 5,000, and whatever you want to pay.
Yeah, and it all adds up at the end of the day.
It all adds up at the end of the day. So you've been closeting her from the reality of how much is going in. Is she watching it religiously, thinking, no?
I don't want her looking at the GoFundMe at all. That's why we've actually taken our phone off of it here right beside me, so she doesn't have any access to it.
The roles have reversed somewhat for you. You've become mammies.
Yeah, she's like a big baby.
We just have to mind her as much as we possibly can. I mean, you could go mad sitting down looking at the GoFundMe page, you know, every 5 seconds, you know, wanting people to donate and, you know, analysing it too much. And if mom's up in bed, you know, that's all she could do, and we just don't want that stress for her. You know, myself and Kelly aren't on our phones looking for it. You know, we're grateful. We look at it at 12 o'clock before we go, you know, 12 o'clock is the cut-off point every night. I would say, wow, we've done, I think, what was last night? I think just maybe 1,000, maybe 700, I think. And we're like, that is amazing. And we just reflect and we say, are we so lucky we've had people out there behind us? If it was a fiver, thank you. You know, we're not looking at, oh, look, so-and-so only gave this. We're looking at it, thank you so much.
And you have aunts and uncles, presumably.
We do. Our family is very small.
Yeah, mine, I was an only child.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, one aunt and two uncles in England who I hardly saw, but yeah, so it was, yeah, my mother was an only child. So yeah, it's small families. So yeah, so but you do have aunts and uncles, have you?
We do. Our family is very split all over the place.
Yeah, yeah.
We have some support from some family, and other family we don't
Have any support.
You know, we're hoping the public will just help us, and we know they will. You know, anyone.
I was going to say that even with family, it's difficult in COVID-19 with quarantine and everything for people to actually come to you. They're prevented from coming, which is cruel in itself, from coming to you to help. So you really are isolated. You really are on your own with your mother at 19 and 20 years of age. You're very close to each other in age.
Yeah, we are. We're actually we were born 2000, so there's 10 and a half months.
So you're Irish twins.
Yeah.
And beyond, for a second, I suppose, what would your hopes be for your own careers? Because it's obvious to anyone with eyes and eyesight that both of you are very caring, very intelligent, probably high achievers. Anyway, you probably applied yourselves very well at school. What schools did you go to?
We both went to Castletroy College.
A friend of mine teaches there, mathematics.
It's a lovely school. You know, it was brilliant. But I actually went to Tutorial College for Leaving Cert. Unfortunately, you know, I got sick myself a couple of years ago, which led to me having brain surgery. So I missed a lot of time from school, and a lot of my peers passed me out. So by me going to Tutorial, I was able to just focus on my studies, and they were absolutely brilliant in there to me. And I'm actually in Galway studying podiatric medicine in NUI.
Studying what?
Podiatric medicine.
So there's one now I never heard of. Podiatric medicine.
Lower limb and foot. So it's a very small.
Oh yes, podiatrist. Yeah. You're a podiatrist, are you?
Yeah, I am.
My cousin's a podiatrist in Newcastle West. Excellent.
It's a small word. Not many people know about it at all.
Podiatric medicine, excellent. You know, much needed.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And so you really applied yourself.
Yeah.
And yourself, what are you studying? What do you want to study?
I want to study pre-med in UL and hopefully go on and do rheumatology. But I'm hopefully going into first year come September if COVID allows.
It's all messed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
My friend's daughter is hoping for medicine as well. And with the way she was, with her results that she was getting all along, she was getting the way over the grades to get the medicine. But hard work, and then the Leaving Cert was cancelled. Was your Leaving Cert cancelled?
Yeah.
Happy or not? Happy or not?
Happy.
I'd be the opposite. I'd be crying if my.
I'd be crying. Well, I wouldn't. I don't like exams, but at least I'd be in that mood for an exam, and I'd feel I was after being deprived.
Definitely, and also there's a great sense of achievement after you complete it, after doing anything.
Oh, like, the relief
is such a big milestone, you know. So you know.
But you know, it's a blessing for the two of you in some respects, because if you had to sit down now and do an exam, study for an exam, you wouldn't be able to give the time to your mother. she'd be worrying about your exams and whether you were studying or not. So, you know, it's a blessing in some respects, because it's been able to allow you two to focus on this campaign, which is absolutely vital. How can people contribute to your fund?
The first thing is, you know, go on to GoFundMe, and if you type in life-saving surgery, I think we're actually at the top of the GoFundMe campaign for life-saving surgery, because I think it's because we've made such a big amount of funds in such a short amount of time. But the campaign is in Kelly's name, so you'd have to, I suppose, search Kelly's name, Kelley Noone.
And it's KELLEYNOONE.
Yes.
For people who aren't Irish.
And there'll be a photo of our mum, so you will see it, you know. When you go on there, just donate. If it's, as Kelly said, €1, €5, that's all we're asking for. We don't want anyone to put themselves out or leave themselves short. That's definitely not what we want to do. And of course, share the campaign, share it with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, everyone and anyone.
The dog, if the dog could, if my 3 dogs could actually, but no, honestly, and I don't say this very lightly, I've seldom come across 2 more level-headed 19 and 20-year-olds, youngsters who probably had to grow up far quicker than they should have. And I'm sure it must, in some respects, although it probably gives your mother great joy to see the way you've grown up into 2 lovely, extraordinary girls, but it also must give her a sense of sadness as well, that you've had to grow up so quickly. Do you know?
I think so, yeah. It's a tough one, you know.
Because everyone wants their child to be children for as long as they can.
Yeah, but we still are at heart, you know. We still have our moments. Like before we go to bed, we always kiss mom goodnight before we go to sleep, you know, because you just don't know what tomorrow holds. And especially right now, I hate saying it, but at the moment, living every day like it's your last is in place for mom right now. So, you know, of course, we'll, you know, mind her as much.
Probably afraid to even turn over in the bed.
Yeah, you know, she is at, you know, she's just, it's heartbreaking to watch it, you know. It's so sad because mom is such an outgoing person, you know. She's such a drive in her, you know. Mom will, most mornings she does, every morning I think she does wake up with a pain in the neck, but she will fight through it. She won't let that put her day, you know, aside. She'll get on with it. And it's hard, you know, as much as we do admire that, you know, we're nearly angry that she does it, keep doing things that she's not supposed to do. You know, like if there's a cup in the sink, she would nearly go at it and we're like, no, we'll do it, and we'll nearly fight her over it. But it's
fighting over a cup.
Yeah. That's what it's
my
like.
cup. Give it back to me.
A lot of things, you know, people don't see. Like, we've helped mom get dressed at days. We've helped, you know, mom uses a rollator around the house because her balance, you know, is gone. You know, so it's challenging. It really is, you know. It's hard to see it, you know. She's only 49 and she's so young. Like, mom is so young if you think of it.
She thinks she's as young as us.
Yeah, she does. Minus a few wrinkles.
She has no wrinkles. Don't stop that. Your mother has no wrinkles. I've seen photographs of her.
Beautiful. We're so lucky to have such a good mom to us.
Well, you have her genes. So, you know, you have her genes. But listen, girls, just text me on all the information and I'll put it up with this page, with this post, just as soon as I have it edited. And, well, there's no editing, but just as soon as I have your mother's photograph put on the front of it, I'll put it straight up and you can share it on your GoFundMe page or wherever. You can share wherever. But everybody should go into life-saving. Is it life-saving?
Yeah, life-saving surgery.
Life-saving surgery. And it's under KELLEYNOONE N-E. And that's her daughter, her youngest daughter, Kelly, by just a few months, 10 months.
Yeah.
God, she's some woman.
Yeah.
Actually, my cousin has 2 children, 10 months apart as well. So
Really?
yeah,
Common, really, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Her 2 eldest, and Irish twins.
yeah.
So thank you both, girls, for coming on here today. And I have no doubt when people see this interview that they'll be flooding in with and keep us posted.
We will.
God
Thank
bless.
you
so
so much
much.
for having us, Mary.
Sure, it was my pleasure. Even though I suppose it brought back so many memories. You know, it's not easy.
Definitely.
And
We'll get there. We will get there.
you will get there, absolutely. God bless.
Thank you so much, Mary.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.